few particulars that make Omaha different from New York are just incidental. The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that
want to
white
talk to me
people
about?
think they're better
So
than
that I can
others.
do. I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed this for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
Well,
so you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow. I think the problem is so bad. We can have no understanding at all.
You think it's gotten to the point where there can never be that reconciliation? Then?
No. You talk about justice, and it means one thing to you, and we talk about it and means something else to us. And it'll always be that way. And I'd like you to know I have a terrible feeling against preachers because I think you guys are the ones who are largely responsible for the problem in the first place. And you can accept it or not any way you choose. And for you, this may be an excursion, you know, across the line.
What about the person that wants to listen? I genuinely feel that I want to listen.
Well, if you listen and try to do something, you get kicked out of your church. See, that's where your people are.
Well, we can make changes, right? So the change that have come have been drastic.
God bless you, little brother. Come back and see us again sometime. And don't look back in anger. Thanks for taking it so well. He thought we were going to do in here like they do to us. If we went in one of their places, everybody would have jumped out their chairs and got some ropes together and hung one of us. We couldn't even go in one of their places like this. Yeah. Right. Which is the bigger threat to American democracy and the Constitution? A Vietnamese mother suckling her child, or a white racist governor in Alabama who says, in so many words, to hell with the Constitution and Johnson and everything else? Which is the greater threat to democracy?
This is true. These people have a kind of self-deception. You know, they believe, they circulate these myths so long that they've begun to believe them. And once you believe them, as they say, if you define a situation as being real, it will be real in its consequences. And this is just what's happened. They've come to actually believe this. And any evidence to the contrary, he's the exception. But the fact is, all the people who do struggle hard, like they accumulate a down payment, they do want something better for themselves and for their kids, and they hope that their neighbors will be the same kind of people that they are.
A black man fights for the white man, not for himself. He tells you to bleed and you bleed. He said, go bleed in Korea for the white man, you go bleed because you have to. He tells you to go to Vietnam or Lebanon or Laos and we have to bleed. Then in Mississippi or Alabama or Omaha, Nebraska, where they're taking our rights and we know who the people are who are taking them, we don't have any blood then. We're radical. Just because we want to get the rights that we fight overseas for so the white man can have. We fight over there to defend his women and children and defend his land from attack. And while we're over there fighting for him, our own people are being attacked by the same white people over here we're supposed to be fighting to defend.
Right. Everybody's got something to fight for. Right? You got rights that you fought for. Do you feel that? Do you say, Sergeant? And I got out.
Do you feel that you're living under those rights now?
Why should he go over there and fight the Vietnamese?
They've done nothing to him. Working right in this own country, he can go places and he can't even get in a hotel. I mean, and he can drive in a place and might not even be able to get gas if the people don't look at your license plate and see where you're from. That's what he was talking about.
Have you ever been in Hawaii?
Yeah.
What do you think about you? They're black as you are, and I am, right?
Yeah.
Okay then. What a bottle of beer cost you? 80 cents, don't it? Will they speak to you? Because they got long, pretty hair.
No, that's not what the white men got there and contaminated them.
You can't go to places in Japan, man.
You know what? You know why? The American white
Yeah, but
men.
the Japanese gonna keep you out. Why?
Well, look, man, let me say this now. Even if you go some other over there and they mistreat you, well, you can't feel too bad, but that's not your home. But when you come to your own home and mistreated, then you really feel mistreated. This is my home here. And if it's being the fight, we should fight here.
Right.
I mean, why go there and fight?
Have you ever been turned away from a hotel by a Vietnamese,
No,
by a Chinese, a Japanese, a Korean, a Lebanese? How about a white man?
Yeah.
Then if we should fight the man who's hurting us, and the white man is one, and he lives in this country.
Okay, here we go. No sign across. Let's check the sound. Got the sound on your phone? Stop y'all.
Yeah, it's okay.
Take it slow. Phone is slow. I hear it. Slow. Phone is slow. Sign first. Okay. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Rakatah to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Thamba Shem Yahshua to the sisters. I'm preaching off to Paratazah, holding the class down for priest and officer of 1000 Sha'al. This is the Israelite School and Europe School Practical Knowledge. Start off for 1 West 120th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians with Negro and indigenous descent. They are God's chosen people of the Bible. Let's clap it up for the Most High. All right. And once again, this is ISUPK, the Israelite School and Europe School Practical Knowledge. You know what I mean? Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth about the Bible to our kind, our kin folks, to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And we've been teaching our people about the law according to the Bible. Let's clap it up for the Most High God's Lord. For blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That Baba Kishar, sir, can you please read the title of the class?
Title class, Israelites, God's people. Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Oh man, Israelites, God's people. Thou shalt make no covenants with them.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Do you know what I'm saying? That we suffer from Stockholm syndrome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have got kidnapped. We have got kicked in the goddamn teeth. We have got stomped out, and now we're apologizing to the people who stomp our teeth in because they hurt their feet on our face. Now we're doing it. Now we're doing the things like our slave master,
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We follow what our slave master says to do because we got our goddamn teeth kicked in. Of course, I don't want my teeth kicked in, so I'm going to do what my slave master says to do.
Right.
I'm going to celebrate the 4th of July, even though Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians was being crushed into powder in 1776. But these people tell us to celebrate their independence. Their independence. But we can never have a party that we celebrate independence from Donald Trump in America.
Right.
When the last time that the North American Indians get their independence from America? Do they have like a celebration? We learn helplessness. That's what's going on, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We learn helplessness. You know what learn helplessness is? Exactly what I said at the beginning. I apologize to the people who made me a victim because they hurt their fist on my face. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. The title of the class is Israelites, God's People. Our slave master, white Jesus doctrine, say Israelites is done away with. But it's not a problem if curly fries on the side, them little, you know what I'm saying, those people that wear those little beanie hats. Nobody have a problem at that being, you know what I'm saying, God's chosen people. But everybody have a problem that, you know what I'm saying, the downtrodden. The people who live in the barrios, in the favela, in the slums. Oh no, they cannot be, you know what I'm saying, God's people. It said, thou shalt make no covenants with them. Oh, we made all the covenants, sir. Oh, we love making those covenants with our slave master, with white Jesus doctrine. White Jesus said, you know what I'm saying, white Jesus doctrine, and Donald Trump says, celebrate birthdays. Oh, we celebrate birthdays. If Donald Trump said, weed is legal, oh, we're going to smoke all the weed and do weed and sell weed. If Donald Trump said sell cocaine, you know what I'm saying, in your neighborhood, we would sell cocaine in our neighborhood. And we're doing it because America is the biggest dealer in the world. Hypocrisy. That's what America is. So like you know when white Jesus doctrine and American doctrine and our oppressors doctrine always singing those Christmas songs.
Right.
The 12th day of Christmas. Do you know where that come from? You know when this Christmas was over? Christmas was over yesterday. Nobody don't. The 12th day of Christmas. It's 12 days. You count December 25th. It's the first day of Christmas. Christmas was over on January 6th. 12 days of Christmas. Right. Which is what we got? The 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, 30, 31, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. And guess what on the last day that they celebrate? On the last day of Christmas. 3 Kings. 3 Kings Day. Salakia, sir, if I may. Just go, matter of fact, yeah, go to the YouTube. Right here, the second one. And do the backspace. Just click the backspace, sir. The water. And take this off and put in 3 Kings, Spain. Click on that. 8 days. I think this was a couple days ago. When was it? What was going on right now? What is going on in Barcelona? Barcelona is in Spain, sir. Barcelona is in Europe, sir. Barcelona is the land of the conquistadors and Cortez. Yeah, you can. You can't. You can't. You could just scroll down so you can see it. Yeah, you could. Matter of fact, yeah, you click on that. What was that? What before? Was it? And you go to StreamYard, put me back on. What you see now, matter of fact, split the screens, do the split, yeah, right there. That's in Barcelona, Spain. A Spaniard. This is a Spaniard celebration of three kings. Sir, where do you think they celebrate, you know what I'm saying, when they celebrate Three Kings Day at? Guess where they celebrate at? Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba. Do you see what I'm getting at? You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm getting at? The slave master's holiday.
Right.
You know what you could do? You could go back to YouTube and click on Three Kings in Mexico. This is in Barcelona. This is in Spain. This is in the land of the Mexican conquerors. This is in the land of the Mexican slave masters. This is in the land of the Mexican oppressors. This is what they do.
And in New York City too.
Oh, yeah. New York City. Oh man. They had one in Puerto Rico too. Three Kings. That's the celebration of making a covenant with your oppressor. Israelites, God's people. We are Israelites. You are God's people. Why are we following the philosophy of our oppressor? We breaking God's laws. That's what's going on, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Ask any, you know what I mean? And they always said the three wise men. Three wise men? There was three presidents, so people suggest that three wise men is in the Bible. This is what happens. But we ain't supposed to be doing what our oppressor says to do. So like, yeah, I want just let me see here. Go to pull up another Bible. Go to pull up another tab. And I just pull up the Apocrypha. You see the Apocrypha? Right there. No, not that one, right here. See where my finger? Yeah, right there. Now look for Baruch 4:1. Baruch 4:1. Let's scroll all the way down. Baruch 4:1. Because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, this is the lower class. The Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord of God, the Most High God. And there's no reason for, you know what I'm saying, for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American to celebrate Three Kings Day. We learned that from our slave master, the same way that we learned that Yahushua Mashiach, and called Jesus Christ, was born on December 25th. Pagan holiday. That's what's going on.
Right.
Come. I'm gonna just share that. I only gotta share it. There you go. Share this one right there. You see the share on top? Yeah, there you go, right there. Just switch it out. Oh, hit the plus. Hit the plus. Hit the plus right here. Keep on going up to right here. Keep on going a little bit more. So the people online can see it a little bit more right here. Over here. There you go. Perfect. We got. Just go back to the full screen. There you go. Oh, hold on. Go back to some StreamYard. Back to StreamYard real quick. Let's see here. Try this one right here. Try this one. Let me see how that one look. There you go, right there. Bashar, can you read that?
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of commandments of God.
Say that again.
This is the book of the commandments of God.
This is the book of the commandments of God. This is God's books of commandments. This is God's. God's told the Israelites to do his commandments. I didn't come up with these commandments. The Most High God came up with these commandments. Read on.
And the law that endureth forever.
And the law that endureth for forever. Hold up. Ask any Christian church, is this done away with? If this part of the Bible is done away with? Is Baruch 4 and 1 done away with? If the entire book of Baruch is done away with? What about Leviticus? Is Leviticus is done away with? Because it says it right here, in the law that endureth forever. Whose law? God's law. The Israelites' laws. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians with Negro and indigenous descent, their law. Their constitution. Their four-ways and byways. The God's laws endure forever. Read on, sir.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
Say that again.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
All they that keepeth God's God's law shall come to life. Shall come to life. If we doing what we're supposed to do, we're gonna come to life because our people walking around like zombies. Walking around, you know what I'm saying? Walking around and just following behind you know what I'm saying? Unclean animal like America. Such an unclean animal. You see what he's doing, you see what America is doing with Venezuela. What law that is the Venezuelan president is under? What law that America going to charge Venezuelan the president? Under the Constitution of America. You know what I'm saying? Because a few minutes ago, if you're not a citizen, you're not underneath the Constitution of America, right? Right? That's what they were saying. You're not under, you're illegal alien. You're not allowed in this country. So we're going to send you back to where you come from. So you try to tell me that a non-citizen that never, you know what I mean, that never stepped in America, then want to migrate to America, did not come to America illegally, that's a president in another, you try to tell you a president that's in an entire different country, that have an entire different constitution, you try to say he's underneath now American laws? Slovakia one. I used to say this during camp. And I said this a lot. I said this a lot. I said, this is how I start off, sir. This is how I start off. I said, I never met a Mexican that speaks Mexican, but I met a Mexican that speaks Spanish.
Right.
I never met a Dominican that speaks Dominican, but I met a Dominican that speaks Spanish.
Right.
I never met, you know what I mean? I never met an African American that speak African American, but I met an African American that speak English. So now I say this too also. If America decided to invade Jamaica, what army is protecting Jamaica from America? Anybody? This is what I always said this. Because this is the American side. You understand what I'm saying, sir? This is the American side. Jamaica is America. Guess who's also America? Because if check it out, if if any country invade the Caribbean islands, guess who's going to protect the Caribbean islands? Antigua is not going to protect Antigua from an invading army. Barbados is not going to protect. Barbados don't have an army. Antigua don't have an army. Jamaica don't have an army. Only capable army is Cuba. You know what I'm saying? It's just a capable army, but they have, you know what I'm saying? They have a structure. You understand? They have the structure. Venezuela don't have no structure. Venezuela never had a structure. Argentina never had no structure. Guatemala don't have no structure. We're stopping America to invade these countries. Nothing. But if let's say any other country try to come into, try to invade one of the Caribbean islands, America is going to protect the Caribbean islands, because to let you know, America owns your country.
Right.
I don't see no bombs here in America, and America invaded Venezuela. You close to America, which America say, you are my country. I own you, Venezuela. I own you, Nicaragua. I own you, Haiti. Come on. America just kidnapped Venezuela president. Right? America kidnapped the Haitian president in the early 2000s. Everybody remember that? Whoa, we forgot about that, huh?
Right.
We forgot about that because we want to follow, you know what I'm saying? We want to we want to do our own thing. We want to follow our slavery. We want to follow the kidnappers. We want to follow. A few minutes ago, Venezuela, you know what I'm saying? Even though that Venezuela, America been trying to take over Venezuela since what is that brother's name? That called George Bush the devil, what the Bible speaks of. Huh? No. This is in the UN. It's on the tip of my tongue. It was the first indigenous man that naturalized the oil. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh man, he ended up passing away of cancer, but he was the first indigenous that nationalized the oil, and that's how and people was mad. America was mad at that. America was mad at that. It's on the tip of my tongue, because he was straight up. He the one that was trying to give free oil to African Americans when the gas prices went up. He was trying to get free oil. He was sending free oil, so you know what I'm saying, America don't be so Black Americans won't be burdened. You know what I'm saying, that own homes. Because remember, Venezuela's oil, Getty's gas station, that used to be owned by Venezuela. That was Venezuela gas right there.
Right.
Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Now I just looked him up. But it was an indigenous brother who nationalized the natural resources in Venezuela, and America hated, to the point that America set up a coup, allegedly set up the coup to over is in the early 2000s. Oh man, what was his name? Chavez. What was his name? No. Hugo Chavez. No, it wasn't Hugo Chavez. What was his name? Oh man, it's gonna tear me to pieces. Tear me to pieces. Is it Hugo Chavez? think it was Hugo Chavez. I think his name was Hugo Chavez, in Venezuela, in Venezuela, because he was a. Oh, it was Hugo Chavez. Oh, yeah, him. That's what he did. When he got into power, he grew up poor. He knew what the hell was going on. Because remember, it was all 9 Spaniards over Venezuela. They had a coup, try to overtop this man in the middle of his presidency when he started nationalizing the oil. People was getting fed. Natural resources is going on, the money's going up. Then once he passed away, he's the one that called George Bush the devil. He said, yo, you think you could go in other people's country and do a rulership? You nothing but the devil. You're a damn liar. He said that in his face, in George Bush's face, in the UN. Hugo Chavez. Now, when this man passed away, everybody was, you know what I'm saying? America, you already know, if you're close to America, America will overtop your country. That's what that is going to happen. And you don't have an army. We don't have an army to protect ourselves from this power. Baba Gashar, can you just go back to Baruch? I'm going back into these scripts.
But Baruch chapter 1, continuation.
Yeah, I started from the top slide. You just started from the top.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Say that again.
But such as leave it shall die.
If we leave God's law, we're going to pass away. We're going to get kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? Bad things going to happen to us because we don't want to follow God. We want to follow other people. We want to have other people's philosophy. We want to do the same things with our oppressor doing to our kind. So to say right here, if we, you can keep it up, sir. You can keep it up. It says it right here. But such as leave it shall die. If we leave the Most High God, His Lord's statute commandments, we're going to pass away. Read on, sir.
Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob.
Say that again.
Turn thee, O Jacob.
Turn thee, O Jacob. Mean turn away from what we do. You know, to turn away from celebrating three Kings Day. Mexico, who is God's chosen people. Puerto Rico, who is God's chosen people. Argentina, who is God's chosen people. I bet, you know what, sir? I bet Venezuela stop thinking about their president because they had to celebrate Three Kings Day. I bet it happened. Because it happened here.
Right.
When a brother end up getting unalive here in America, right? And if it's close to Thanksgiving, we would stop the riot so we could celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
Tell me it didn't happen. It happened all the time. We would stop protesting so we could celebrate Christmas and the 4th of July. We would stop it.
Right.
Instead, we're not going to celebrate the 4th of July. We're going to protest until the goddamn wheels fall off. We're going to come together. We're going to do our own thing. We're not going to be, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to go along to get along with our oppressor. We're just going to opt out and do our own goddamn thing. We've been doing it. We've been doing it. Oh, you don't allow us in your baseball? Okay. We make up our own league. But we want to follow our oppressor. We want to make covenants on it. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King supposed to have been the face of black buses in the United States. If he was on building up, you know what I'm saying, the Negro, because that's what they was calling us at the time, the Negroes.
Right.
The Negroes. Imagine that. You say, imagine Martin Luther King said, yo, you know what? We're not gonna get on their buses. We're gonna have our own buses. He would have been the spokesman for buses. Matter of fact, his name would have been, they would have changed the name bus to Martin Luther King, because that's how big it would have been. Right. It would have just been Martin Luther King buses. You know what I'm saying? Bus station. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. We would get you there. That's why it would have been so.
Right. You fulfill your dream.
We fulfill your dream. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're light skinned or you're dark skinned.
Right.
Or you're a Puerto Rican or a Dominican, we would get you there. You know what I'm saying? That's how it would have been a different if he was in God's state of mind, and if you know what I mean, and then he will understand who he was. It would have been that goddamn obvious. Obvious. Because we know we're supposed to fight for integration. We're supposed to fight for equality and justice. Because if we fight for equality and justice, which means that I could choose or not choose to be with you and still have my own. You see what I'm saying? It would have been down the line. Because what was wrong with separate but equal? What was wrong with that? We followed, the thing is that we follow our oppressors' ways. That's what happened. So it says it right here. It says it right here. So turn thee, O Jacob, read on, sir.
And take hold of it.
And read on.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
Oh man, listen. See, we have to understand what the Most High God is talking to his people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. How if you follow the law of God, you would know how to treat one another, how to speak to one. You would know the end game. You would know Venezuela is related to Ecuador. You would know Ecuador is related to the Jamaicans or Jamaica. You would know Mexicans is, you know what I'm saying, is related to the Dominicans. Haitians is related to the Brazilians. You would know that we are God's chosen people. Right. And it says right here, that it said, and take hold of it, the law. Take hold of the law. Not only I'm not just saying law, you gotta realize, you taking hold of what? God's law. God's law. There's nothing better than that. And you know what they say? Nobody could go up against the words of God. Nobody can go up against the words of God. And look, take hold. It said, take hold of it, walk in the presence of the light thereof. Walk. That's an action. You gotta do something. You can't just talk about it. You gotta walk about it. In the presence of the light thereof. Read on, sir.
God, that thou mayest be illuminated.
Say that again, sir.
That thou mayest be illuminated.
That thou may be glowing. Glowing in that light. Glowing in the Most High God. When we follow his law, statute, commandments. When we follow the Israelites' constitution. Now we know where we stand. Now we know how to conduct ourselves. Now we know how to look at other people. Now we know how to talk to others. Now we know, you know what I'm saying? Now we know to tell the truth and the lie according to our tradition. Our four ways and byways according to the Bible. This is in our Constitution right here. This is in our history right here. A reminder for the Israelites to remind them how our laws are. Because it's not our laws, it's God's law. How the Haitians supposed to treat one another. If you don't follow God's law, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Constantly, our oppressor is gonna come in and divide us. That's what it's doing now. America kidnapped a sovereign country's president and put him on charges of American judge. How is that possible? Like, what judge going to say, hey, I'm charged, the American people is charging with this, but I'm not a citizen of America. I'm a sovereign country's president. I don't follow your constitution. The same way that America call them what? Detainees. Could that mean any goddamn thing? You see what I'm saying? That's what so you got to demonize the characteristics of this sovereign nation president and just call him, oh, he just a detainee. He don't have a name. He's just a mark. What American judge is over his court proceeding? Huh? This is how hypocritical that America is. Bunch of goddamn hypocrites and double talkers. Or treaty breakers. But this is to let you know, for God's chosen people who are the Venezuelans with Negro and indigenous descent, to let you know you was doing the things which your slave master wants you to do. To let you know who got the power and who don't. Where's your army at, Venezuela? I always say that. I'm like, where's the army of Panama? If America decided to invade Panama or any other country decided to invade, who want to protect Panamanians? Anybody? No. This is what happens. Because we want to do 3 Kings Day. We want to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. That's what we want to do. We want to, you know what I'm saying? We want to make prostitutes out of our daughters. We want to follow white Jesus doctrine. We want to bend the knee. We want to bend the knee. A few minutes ago, Venezuela dollar bill dropped into nothing. Do you know it was just nothing but baskets of money in Venezuela about like a year ago? Baskets of money. Because it didn't mean any goddamn thing. But they had oil. How Venezuela is hungry and is a nation, a paradise nation that you could throw any goddamn seeds on the ground and it would grow. How is this possible? Because you want to be like America. You want to be like, you know, then Cortez. You don't want to be like Hugo Chavez. Knowing that America did about a couple of coups, try to take over his government. Because he decided to nationalize his natural resources. It's his goddamn natural resources. It's not American natural resources. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 3. Give not thine honor to another.
Say that again?
give not thine honor to another.
Blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians. It says, give not thy honor to another. Oh man, we get our honor. Oh, we vote. You know that we vote for president all the time. We vote for president all the time. I had the brother pull up. How many people on the last presidency was what? 2000 and what? 24? Last year when he became president? Donald Trump.
Yeah.
2024.
So,
yeah. So I said, I had the brother look up how many people that you think you ran for president?
Actually, was president before this time?
No. This the new time, his second term. I type in how many people ran for president. You know what the Google machine told me?
What's that?
You know what everybody knew how many people ran for president, right? 2. Democrat and Republican, am I right? That's how many people ran for president. All these presidencies, am I right? Were you going to vote for Democrat or are you going to vote for Republican? It was 28 people who ran for the presidency. Did you ever heard about those 26 people, sir?
No.
You sure you didn't hear about those 26 people that ran for the presidency of the United States? But you heard about only Donald Trump and what? What was that lady's name? Kamala Harris?
Right.
Yeah. Why you didn't hear about the other 26 people? Because the game is goddamn rigged. The game is rigged. It's no different. It's a two-party dictatorship.
Right.
Two-party dictatorship. Meanwhile, 26 other people ran for president. Why you didn't know about that? It says in Baruch chapter 4, verse 3. Give not thy honor to another. So every 4 years you're gonna bend the knee and give your honor to another nation of people. Meanwhile, 26 people ran for president and you only heard of 2. Every year you only heard of 2. Democrat and Republicans. Democrat and Republican. Who's gonna win, a Democrat or Republican? Democrat or Republican? Ain't nobody heard about the 30 other people who ran for president.
Right.
Why? Because America is a hypocrisy and such an unclean spirit place. And you're going to give your honor to this place. You're going to go into the U.S. Army for what? Now, you got to follow. Look, you invaded America, legally invaded Venezuela. America then legally invaded Venezuela, but Russia legally invaded the Ukraine. What is the difference? Drugs. This drugs. When the last time it was so hard for you to get some cocaine down the block? When the last time it was so hard that you get some weed or heroin or LSD down the block? When it was ever hard that you could get any type of drug in America? 9/11 did not stop drugs from flowing into America.
Right.
This is what we're going to say? I don't see Donald Trump calling up Oliver North. And Oliver North is on, you know what I'm saying? Is on record to say, yeah, we supplied the Van Contra with illegal drug money. You know he got immunity from that? He got a goddamn podcast talking about it. I don't see Donald Trump yeah. And it's the anniversary of what? January 6th, when, you know what I'm saying, when cops got beat up and our oppressor raided the White House. Beat up cops, sprayed cops, disorderly, and everybody got pardoned by the president.
breaking and entering that was ordered by a convicted felon.
Breaking and entering. Looking to put bodily harm on people. Matter of fact, did bodily harm on cops. But America loved cops. But America didn't like cops January 6th. Our oppressor, white Jesus, who follow white Jesus doctrine. You make America great again. That's when they hated the cops. That day, they hated the cops. Why they just couldn't comply?
Right.
That's an anniversary. And you know what? Why America try to forget that? January 6th. When, you know what I'm saying, when our oppressor to, you know, the people talking about make America great again, they, you know what I'm saying, they invaded Washington, D.C., the White House. We can pull it up. We can watch with cops when the soldiers was protecting the White House. We can pull it up on TV. We can watch officers of the law was getting beat up by people who support Let's Make America Great Again, who support Donald Trump. We could do that because Donald Trump part of everybody. You want to give your honor to these people, huh? We forgot about that history? Ain't that America history? That's America history right there. Well, we forgot about all that, huh? We forgot about this? Remember that? Remember we was making jokes about they got Spider-Man climbing up on the White House? Remember we were saying that when it was happening? Spider-Man. We thought it was fake. We thought it was a movie. This got to be, part 2 of America is Falling. It got to be part 2. It had to be part 2. It was a goddamn movie because it wasn't real. You didn't believe it. Because you would think, go ahead, sir, it's a lot.
I was going to say, in regards to what you're saying about the January 6th thing, if you look, just yesterday, Proud Boys marched to Capitol on 5th anniversary of January 6th attack. Do you want to say this?
Oh, yeah. I want to play the history. I want to play that history. Then we can go into that history. No, on the January 6th. First, you know what I mean? What they was doing. What they did to the White House. What they did to the White House.
Oh, what they did, okay.
What they did to the White House. And you got police officers, you know what I'm saying, testimony about what they did. But people's like, whatever. This is when they was running. See, yeah, something small was talking about a day. Oh, those are days ago.
Yeah.
Let me see here, the old one. We gotta get the old ones, the old footage. There you go, 5 years ago. There we go, right there. That was the Capitol. Well, yeah.
Oh, that's
the old footage right there. That's the one. Yeah, hold on. I don't think we can play it. That's Inside Edition. I don't think we can play that right there. Probably we do still pictures or something like that. There you go. We can just post a still picture. We can see.
They can't see it.
No. Oh, wait. Yeah. Just share it. Yeah. I'm just going to switch it out. So they see that picture now. They see that picture. Oh no. Matter of fact, take this off. Take the widescreen off. Just go down to here, to this corner. Take the widescreen off. There you go. So you'll be able to see. Yeah. You gotta do the StreamYard first.
Yes, on it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's what I think. This is showing right there. Okay. Oh no, you don't have to do the widescreen. You don't have to do the widescreen. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah.
That's a view of what happened.
That's the view of what happened. That's in your capital. You got house. You got people who invaded the capital, who are, you know what I'm saying, who are nationalists, who, you know what I'm saying, who invaded the capital of the United States.
Right.
People don't call that a crime. Nobody got, no, you know what I mean? I don't see nobody's open up no, you know what I'm saying? Where are the M16s at? The military. Because it was all oppressors. It was all Donald Trump's people. It was all Joe Biden's people. See, this is what you don't understand. Joe Biden is Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton is America. American standards. Hypocrisy. Oh, yeah, there you go. Spider-Man. It's supposed to be tear gas, all types of trucks. I don't see no dogs. Why no dogs were sick out on them? Because you know America love those dogs. And they love the sick dogs on them. Wasn't no dogs out there. Look at that, Spider-Man. That's Americanism right there. Right. We want to get our honors to a hypocrisy. We forgot about this. The reason why they went there, sir, to say that it was the election was a fraud, it was illegal, and they wanted to stop the counters to count the votes.
Right.
Their job is to count the votes. They thought they were like, how long gonna take? It's not gonna take us about that long to count these votes. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I get home to my family. Not today. Not today. They thought they was gonna just count the votes like they've been counting the votes. Oh no. Oh no. You got people who want to make America. See, that's American great again. That's America right there. Look at America. Matter of fact, oh wait. Look at that flag. Look at that flag. Oh, that's when America. Oh, that's that slave flag right there. Everybody know that slave flag. Look at that flag right there. And guess what? You know what? Confederate flags was there. When the last time a Confederate flag was on the lawn of the Capitol? Oh man, everybody forgot about that? This would have made America great again. Because I'm gonna let you know, when our oppressors, the so-called Europeans, when they get upset, people get unalive. Millions of people get unalive. That is free men. That's what free men do. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what people with power do. They're the mobsters. You gotta realize a mobster would, you know what I'm saying, would give you a choice that you cannot refuse. You know that, right? That's American philosophy right there. That's American philosophy. And we're going to give our honor to these people to say how the Capitol, that's over California, affected California. Look at this. Look at this right here.
I can't pull up on the screen.
Oh, right here. You see? Oh, it's not. Oh, all right. Go to StreamYard. Go to StreamYard. Oh, it's listening. You just got to click the share button again. You just erase the share button. Hit the share. No, this right here. This one where my fingers at. Yep, click that again. Put the share. Hit the share. Yep, click on that again. Then you go right there. Yep. on that, and go back to StreamYard. There you go. Hold up. Just go back here. Go back here. Just click on anything on top. Anything on top. No, because we're just gonna blow it back up. All right. Go back to StreamYard. All right. There we go. Yeah. Just click on this. Yeah. Let me see how it's on that side. Hold on. Because it always happens. See something? It's locked. No. Okay. See, what's name? Yeah, oh, there you go. Right there. Okay, it was this one. There you go, right there. Okay, and the share. And you could just go to, yeah, the big one. Now you can scroll up, and that's what they see. All right. So right now, that's America right there. Those is free men right there. Those is people waving Trump for 2020 and all this stuff. The reason why, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? I think people would not vote out a president if the country is in a conflict. You see what I'm saying? He would say, yo, I have to stay in power because the country is in a conflict. So you will have a third term. That's what, you know what I'm saying? And when America makes wars, you know what I'm saying? Money needs to be made. All that bombing, guess who's going to build it up? Donald Trump's company. Joe Biden's company. The Bush company. All that bombing that was going on, they're just going to build it back up. That's what happened. That's what we're going to get our honor. You know what I'm saying? And then the Most High God said, what? Let's go back to Baruch. It says it's right there.
Verse 3, give not thine honor to another.
Give not thy honor to another. Don't do what our oppressor is doing. You are God's chosen people. We are God's chosen people, so-called Black, Spanish, and American. Do not give your honor to a hypocrite nation. Read on.
Nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Oh man, you know that you know what I'm saying? We got to get the bag now. Nor the things that are profitable unto thee, unto you, Israelites, to a strange nation. You see the context? Now it's talking to something outside of Yasha Allah, outside of Venezuela, outside of Haiti. God's law is light. God's law is honorable. Don't you think it's time for us to start following God's laws? Doing things that what the Most High God says to do? So you could drop that. Let's go to give me a second. Only, all right. Salakia. Oh, here we go. Go to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20. Because for Blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, we cannot be doing this thing anymore. It's time to come back to the Most High God and follow his law, statute, commandments, so we could be God's chosen people, so we can own this planet. Rulership, righteous rulership, not hypocrisy rulership, righteous rulership. Yeah, it's always going to be on the top. It's always going to be on the top. When you want to share it, it's always on the top. You stop sharing. All right. We'll go back. Just go back into what's the name? You got it up, and go click on back this one again. Yeah, click on that. Share the screen. Like that. Yeah, share it. Yeah. Now, everywhere you go, when you go to a new one, it's just going to say share screen. And when you click on that, you can click on that. Click on it. See, it says share screen, so we're just going to swap it out.
Okay, so here.
That's a new. No, that's just us. That's our main screen.
But don't you want that on? Don't you want it to be next to you? The description?
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not giving me an option.
These is all the options right here, just in a different form. But what you could do is load this up, hit that up. Now go back out, hit it again on this side. You're gonna find it. There you go. Yep, that right there. Now you see this is the regular screen. Hit this arrow. No, the next one. There you go. See how it dropped down? Now this is where I'm at. Where was it? I think it was that one.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Then you add it. Add the screen.
I don't know why I kept going out. That's all right.
All right. Okay, and just go back all the way up and just hit when you Proverbs 19 and 20. Oh yeah, just blow it up, yeah, so you can look big on the screen. All right. Now you just double check your StreamYard to make sure that is up. Let me see. I was just blocking it. That's the one I'm using. Try this one right here. No, here we go. It's this one right here. You got one right there. There we go. That one. Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20. Hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy latter end.
So now when we teach it here in the ISUPK, we teach our brothers and sisters about, you know what I mean, about wise counsel. You know what I mean? To go to, you know what I'm saying, to go to a man of God, so he could teach our people about how do we conduct ourselves according to our Constitution, which is, you know what I'm saying, which is the Bible. To teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians about the law of God. So it says it right here in Proverbs chapter 19, verse 20, hear counsel. Hear the counsel. You know what I'm saying? Don't follow behind, you know what I'm saying, the people who will oppress you. You know what I'm saying? The curly fries on the side. Don't follow their tradition. Don't do what they're doing. I know it's hard. Now it's time to do what God said for you to do. So hear this counsel and receive instructions. Is this done away with? What instructions? How to conduct our way underneath our most high power by using God's laws, the instructions, God's instructions, not our oppressors' instructions, not America instructions, not, you know what I'm saying, not the Spaniard instructions. We're going to follow God's instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy later years. In our later years, we're going to be wise by following the Lord's statute commandments, by following God's law. You know what I'm saying? You know what the wise is? I know I'm an Israelite. I know that sister is the Israelite. Because that's teaching me how to conduct myself. The wise counsel taught me how to conduct myself. You know what I'm saying?
Come. That thou mayest be wise in thy latter end. Verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart.
Say that again.
There are many devices in a man's heart.
Oh man, there you go. Look, we got many devices in a man's heart, which means his mind. Adversity. Oh man, yo, I feel peer pressure. I gotta buy these presents. I see that, you know what I mean? I don't celebrate Christmas, but my family need help moving the Christmas tree. Yeah, I don't celebrate the Thanksgiving, you know, the Thanksgiving, but you know what I mean, my family asking for help for carrying the bags of food in the house.
Right.
The food is for Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but she need help for carrying the bags into the house. I'm in a dilemma. I gotta get that wise counsel.
Right.
She's jammed up. This is the position. Little stuff like that. Little stuff, you know what I mean? Little stuff like that will kind of get you kind of jammed up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you see the turkey, you see candy yams, you know that you're not allowed to deal with nothing that, you know, nothing about it. But that old lady needs your help for carrying the bags upstairs.
Right.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna help her? You gonna say, yo, I gotta repent later? I know it's going, you know what I mean? It's going to the celebration of this thing, but this is the many, you know what I'm saying, the devices that the everyday, you know what I'm saying, Israelite brother and sister will go through. Even major or minor things like this happen. Because we stuck, because you know what I mean? Because we stuck in this captivity. We doing, sir?
Come. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand.
Oh man. It says right here, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, but that's what it says. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Most High that shall stand. The counsel of the Most High. You go to these book, chapter, and verses. Understand how we're going to conduct ourselves. The counsel. Where you going to get that counsel from? Priests and the prophets of the ISUPK. And we're going to go to the Bible to make sure that we're not going off. We're going to find it in the Bible. Or we're not going to find it in the Bible. But this is the wise counsel. This is the men of God who follow his Lord's statute command. We don't follow our hearts. We don't follow what we want to do. We just follow what the Most High God said to do. That's what he says. Let's read a thing that what he said for us not to do. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 32. Yeah. Right.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods.
So blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Matter of fact, let me see. Read on two up. Go on two verses up. About a little of the well, in case before. Yeah. Read that, Bob Shaw.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
By little and little, I will drive it out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land. So
this is the Most High God telling the Israelites. know what I'm saying, to follow what he said when he told Moses to instruct his brothers and sisters. Say, by, you know what I'm saying, by little and little, the Most High God, by little and little, I will, you know, drive them out from before thee, before you, until thou be increased. They're going to go away and you're going to start increasing and inherit the land. Read on, sir.
Verse 31. And I will set thee bounds from the Red Sea.
The Most High God want to set a bound around you, a protection around you from the Red Sea. Read on.
Even until the sea of the Philistines.
Go on.
And from the desert unto the river.
We need that protection. We need that protection right there. We need that. Read on, sir.
For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand.
Oh, wait, say that again?
I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand.
Oh, man. Here, the Most High God will deliver the inhabitants of any land. Whoever's on that land, and if we follow the Most High God, we're going to be good. We're going to have protection. We're going to have power. We're going to have, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God fine instructions, wise instructions. You know what I'm saying?
Come, and thou shalt drive them out before thee.
That's what we need. You know what I'm saying, right? That's what the Venezuelans needed, to drive those people away. No. They, you know what I mean? We want to celebrate Three Kings Day. That's what we want to do. We want to celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? We want to sell drugs to one another. We want to, you know what I'm saying, make prostitute out of our daughters. That's what we want to do. We don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, a nation of righteous people. The reason why we never want to give our oppressor a reason, because he would justify any goddamn thing.
Right.
Think about what if Venezuela, you know what I mean? If Venezuelan wasn't, you know what I mean? Oh man, it could be, you know what I mean? They could be the nation of gods right now. That could be our sanctuary, the same way Haiti could be our sanctuary. But we want to do the drugs of, you know what I'm saying, of our oppressor, Cortez. We want to do their drugs. We want to make a plant that help you out, that will help you if you're sick. And we want to learn that. We want to learn how to make a drug out of it from the ways of our oppressor. Come on. The cocoa leaves was on the, you know what I mean, was in Mexico, was on in these South American islands for thousands of years. They were chewing the cocoa leaf all day, every day. Ain't nothing about it. You see what I mean? Because it was a herb for healing. You see what I'm saying? Thousands of years. Ain't nobody thought about changing into a concentrated solution that somebody can get addicted on. Our oppressor does that. How can they get more for their buck? Capitalism does that.
Right.
Opium all day, every day. You know, opium was just a plant. Nobody talking about let's concentrate it to the point that we can get high. Not just high because I'm in pain. No, high because I want to be high. No African American wasn't thinking about taking weed, smoking weed. We ain't know nothing about that until our slave master taught us about that. Drugs. What slave master want their slave on drugs, sir? They want the best slave, right? The criminal of the crime slave, right? The Roy Rose of a slave. The prime, you know what I mean? Right. They're gonna give him the, you know what I mean? They're gonna make sure that he's not strung out on drugs, because ain't no work gonna get done. Right. Ain't no work gonna get it done. Yeah. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? My name is Jonathan now. My name is Jonathan. What the hell I know about drugs until you tell me about it? I don't even know I don't know who I am. Somebody name me like some goddamn pet. That's what happens. Read on, sir.
Con, verse 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Read on.
Nor with their God.
Thou shalt not make no covenant with them, nor their gods. God love everybody, huh? That's a covenant with our slave master. The Lord has done away with. That's a covenant with our slave master. Celebrating 3 Kings Day. That's a covenant with our slave master. Selling cocaine. That's a covenant with our slave master. Selling fentanyl. That's a covenant with our slave master. Eating pork. That's a covenant with our slave master. Celebrating, you know what I'm saying, New Year's. That's a covenant with our slave master. And that's a covenant with our slave master God. That's what happened, blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians. We're not allowed to make covenants with these people, nor serve their gods. We can do business. We can have a trade. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're not going to put our life on the line for them. We're not going to, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to join your army. So you got other Venezuelans unalive and other Venezuelans for America hypocrisy. You know that's what's going on right now. You got African Americans invading a country that did not do anything to America. Everybody, right? Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. What happened to the weapons of mass destruction? You know what America going to change the philosophy of? They're going to say we're going to bring freedom to Venezuela. You know they're going to say that, right? They're going to say that. They're going to go from drugs to we bring freedom to Venezuela. What is, you know what I mean? What is all lies anyway? All lies anyway. We're not allowed to make no covenants. You know what I mean? Covenants with them at all. Read 33, sir.
Con, Exodus 23, verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee.
Oh man, that's a hardcore scripture right there. You know what I'm saying? Say in verse, I gotta read verse 32 first. Let me see. We got Exodus chapter 23, verse 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, other nations, people who's not so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, with Negro indigenous descent. We're not allowed to make any agreements with them spiritually, nor with their gods. White Jesus doctrine. God don't have no color. God loves everybody. No, we're not allowed to do that. Verse 33. It said, they shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make you sin against me, the Most High God. For if thou serve their gods, if you serve white Jesus doctrine, if you know what I'm saying, if a Puerto Rican serve voodoo, if you know what I'm saying, if a Cuban serve Catholicism and the Pope, that's their God. And it will surely be a snare unto thee. You know what a snare is? A goddamn trap. That's the reason why the biggest statue of Christ is in, you know what I mean? Is in Brazil. And that is Caesar Borgia. That's a portrayal of, that's white Jesus doctrine. That's a snare. That's a goddamn snare. That's the reason why Christ is white. Because we celebrate other people's gods. We celebrate you know what I'm saying, the Portuguese God. That's what happened. You can drop that, sir. Let's go to Matthew chapter 3, verse 2. Matthew chapter 3, verse 2. We'll go to Matthew chapter 3, verse 2. Let's listen to let's listen to our King, our brother. Listen to this.
Matthew chapter 3 and verse 2. And say, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
So right, it says in those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness. Oh, Salaki, yeah. Oh man. Let me see here. I pulled the wrong one. But this is our brother. This is our brother John. Anyway, John the Baptist. It's our brother John the Baptist. It says in verse 1. In those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea. And verse 2, and saying, repent. Because he's talking to his brothers and sisters. Repent, because we're going off. We're going off. Other brothers coming. You got Jeremiah saying the same thing. Moses was saying the same thing. Zechariah was saying the same thing. Saying, repent. Repent ye, you, for the kingdom of, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. This is the This is the sway. What part of the line that you're going to be on? You're going to be on the line of you're not repenting, or you're going to be on the line of repentance? Because our kingdom is at hand. Right now, we are underneath Roman occupation right now. You know where's the Venezuela? Venezuela is underneath what? America occupation right now. Our kingdom is at hand. You Slack, you could drop that right there. That's cool too. Man, I just had it. Oh yeah. Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. Psalms chapter 1, verse 1.
Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
So now it said, and this is what we have to understand. This Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And you know what? This is a song. This is a song right here. You know what I mean? Look at it, and it sounds so militant because it's calling out. You know what I mean? Calling out people who's doing dirty. The ungodly. That blessed is the man that walketh. That's still the action word. That walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. He's blessed. You know what the ungodly say? Smoke weed is legal now. That's the ungodly. The ungodly said the laws are done away with. The ungodly said, hey, you know what I mean? The ungodly said, I'm going to celebrate Christmas. You know, Salaki, they got the weed doctrine now in the Bible. People who smoke weed like a goddamn addict, and they try to justify it in the Bible. When the Bible said you cannot smoke weed, these are people who believe in God's laws.
Right.
Are you smoking weed for an element? Are you sick, brother? Are you sick? No. Oh, so you just want to get high. That's pretty much what you wanted to do. And they call it the weed doctrine. And they will fight you tooth and nail just like a drug addict. Tooth and nail just like a drug addict. This time, you know what I mean? They got a Bible. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. That's the ungodly right there, that weed doctrine. So you're going to be blessed if you don't follow that. Nor standeth in the way of sinners. Nor standeth in the way of sinners. nor sitteth in the seat of scornful. Yeah. You're going to sit in the seat of scornfulness, of sinners. Blessed is that man that don't do that. Blessed is that man that follow the Lord's statute commandment, that follow to try to not to be a goddamn filthy sinner. Blessed is that man. Blessed is that woman. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
So say that again, sir.
But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
But his delight, that blessed man who walketh not in the, in the counsel of the ungodly, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, in the Most High. That's his delight into the law. That's his delight. We know, sir.
And in his law doth he meditate day and night.
Oh man, day and night you gotta meditate on these laws. Do it, you know what I mean? Do it, he meditate, an action word, just to make sure that you got everything right in the back.
Right.
Sometimes, you know what I mean, if you don't know, yo man, I didn't know. I know now. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I know now. That's how that go down. If you're a farmer, and you got farmland, and if you're an Israelite, there's laws for you being a farmer. There's laws for you to, like, you know what I mean, to not, you know, to make sure that the poor eat some of those crops. There's laws like that. That's the reason why we meditate on the law of God day and night, to make sure we're not going off.
Right.
That we get convicted. That's what it is. Is this done away with, Christian church? What law, you know what I'm saying? What laws do you meditate on? You just told me the laws are done away with, the Pope. Is this done away with? We don't, sir.
Verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
Oh man, you should be like, you know what I mean? In us. Once we meditate day and night on the Lord's statutes and commandments, and this is the power. Because now, you know what I'm saying? You know, here in ISUPK, once you know what I'm saying, once you come into ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, brothers and sisters. We teach you how to be a fighter. We teach you how to be a better fighter. We tell you, you're not going to stop fighting. You're going to get a lot of practice. But the more practice you get, the more muscle memory that you know what I mean, that you can endure. That the fight will become easy. You will see the punches coming.
Right.
You will know how to bob and weave. You know how to, you know what I'm saying? You know how to slip underneath that. Because if you don't slip underneath that, you're going to get cracked in the jaw. And it will be like this, and this is a good saying. It says, and he shall be like a tree planted by a river of water. Tree live on water, right? Imagine was, you know what I'm saying? Imagine was one tree planted next to a river, and all other trees was inland. And only water source is that river. That tree going to be big and strong by that river, the closest tree. I don't know if you know this, sir, Like on I remember this one during science class too. They was talking about plants. They were talking about plants, the plant world, right? They talk about the plant world, and they was talking about how plants fight against each other. They fight, literally, they fight. So this is they show how plants that when you see trees, say trees are fighting for position of the sun and for position of a water source.
Right.
So you would see a plant, you know what I'm saying? You see like a tree, like two trees next to each other, but you would see a tree try to overshadow one to get more light from the sun.
Right.
And overshadow. Then that same, you know what I'm saying, that same tree that overshadow one plant, like you see him leaning over, the tree like leaning over.
Right.
Then you will see a vine that will grow around, you know what I mean, that strong tree and suck out all the nutrients out that tree. That vine, you be seeing vines that grow around the tree. Right. It's fighting against that tree to get water. Yeah. Then look, what? Then on the base of the trees with the grass and stuff, they also fighting for water and light. Right. You know, it's a unique situation, but they know that source of living is that water next to that river. So that river is God's law. That river is the law, statute, commandment. That river is the following the Most High God and doing exactly what the Israelites supposed to do. Now I got a water source, right? When you're in a survival situation, the first thing that you look for is what? Water. When you're stuck on a desert island, how can I find fresh water? The food can come later. I need a water source. How can I purify this water? That's the purify right there. The law, statute, commandments is your purification. We don't.
Middle of verse 3. That bringeth forth his fruit in his season. Mm-hmm. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Oh man. This is that man that meditated on those law, statute, commandments as follow the Most High God, that did not make a covenant with these other nations. He didn't make a covenant with them. He made a covenant with the Most High God, and he's meditating. And this is the fruit of, you know what I'm saying, of the labor. It says right here that bringeth forth his fruit. You know what I'm saying? In season, anything that happens, he had wise counsel. He followed wise counsel because he know that he did not make a covenant with other people. He remember he made a covenant with the Lord, with the Most High God, who gave him the Lord's statutes and commandments that he meditate on. His leaves, his, you know what I mean, his wisdom, his reaction, his mannerisms, his, you know what I'm saying, his honor, his approach, the way he speak. His leaf also shall not wither. His conduct is not withering. He's not going off. He had plenty of fights. Now his skin become leather. You know what I'm saying? Them hits don't hurt as much how it used to hurt, you know what I'm saying, 10 years ago. You know what I mean? His knuckles got strong. You say his breathing, you know what I mean? The fight or flight is not hitting him. His anxiety is not boosted up. He is relaxed in a situation. He not control his breathing now. He not slow down his heartbeat now. He's not getting frustrated, and he's, you know what I mean? He's not feeling fatigue anymore. That's, you know what I mean? He's not withering. And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. All the things that, you know what I mean, he's doing now is prospering. Now he see the fruits of his labor, the reason why he's following God. He see it now. He understand it now. He know that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians is God's chosen people. He know that. He know that our oppressor is the devil what the Bible speaks of. He know that. And he know now how, you know what I'm saying, how to not make a covenant with them who want to hurt him. And with that, I'm Precinct Officer Paratazar, and they're holding the class down for Precinct Officer Sha'ar. And this is the ISUPK, the Israelite School and Unit School Practical Knowledge. Start off with 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, underneath Commander Giuliani. And since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, Israelites, God's people. Thou shalt make no covenants with them. And once we don't make a covenant with them, we will prosper by following the law of the Lord, our most high power. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer of 5,000, Shalaya.
Men of Israel, we're going to give one courteous salute. Imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, March Shabbat. Imagine, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Yahweh, which means hands down. Sar, which means turn. We're going to give the sister one courteous salute. Men of Israel, March Shabbat. Imagine, Barak, Yahweh, Shemal, Yahweh, Yahweh, hands down. Class dismissed.